Next one, the Second Cod War. I feel like I should be reading this for the crowd, actually. I'm too invested in this at this point. Now I need to... Now I have to. Hold on. Let me get rid of this background. I'm too invested in this now. Alright, the Cod Wars. Jesus Christ. Okay, the second one. The Second Cod War. Between the UK and Iceland in 1972. Okay. The Icelandic government again extended its fishing limits. Now to 50 nautical miles. The reason that Iceland pursued 50 nautical miles rather than 200 was that they couldn't patrol 200 nautical miles. They were limited not by their willingness to be aggressive, but only by the fact that they couldn't patrol that much. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh, alright. British contested the Icelandic extension with 2 goals in mind. Alright. Greatest possible catch quota for the British fishermen. Yeah, it was also for that, yeah, they wanted to conserve fish stocks to increase the share of total catches, as expected. All the Western European states and the Warsaw Pact oppose Iceland's unilateral extension. The Icelandic Prime Minister argued that the Icelandic cause was part of a broader battle against colonialism and imperialism by expanding its own coastline, or by expanding its sea zone. Oh my god, alright. Numerous British and West German trawlers continued fishing within the new zone on the first day. Did they do anything about it? Let's see. That's a whole lot of politics that I am too small-brained to understand or to read. The next day, this ship, which I'm not going to try and pronounce. Oh god, that is a name. Chased 16 trawlers out of the zone. So they did do something. They started using net cutters. Oh my god. They said, fuck you, no more fishing. Your net privileges have been revoked, snip. Hold on, okay. On the 5th of September, that the previous ship encountered an unmarked trawler fishing northeast of Hornbanky. The master of the Black Hole trawler refused to divulge the trawler's name and number, and after being warned to follow the Coast Guard's orders, played Rule Britannia over the radio. The fuck? At 10:40, the net cutter was deployed into the water for the first time. The Aegir sailed along the trawler's port side. The fishermen tossed a thick nylon rope into the water as the ship closed in, attempting to disable its propeller. After passing the trawler, it veered to the trawler's starboard side. The net cutter sliced one of the trawling wires and came about to circle the identified... Wait, what? The identified trawler... okay, as it came about to circle the unidentified trawler, its angry crew threw coal as well as a waste and a large fire axe at the Coast Guard vessel. A considerable amount of swearing and shouting came through the radio, which resulted in the trawler being identified as Peter Scott. Oh my god, this is fantastic. Okay, the nets of 18 trawlers were cut on the 18th of January. That forced the British to leave the Icelandic fishery zone unless they had the protection of the Royal Navy. And then a volcano erupts, you know, classic Iceland fashion. Cool. The British trawlers left the Icelandic waters to return 2 days later. It got escorted by British frigates. Fantastic. Icelandic statesmen were infuriated by the entry of the Royal Navy and considered to appeal to the UN Security Council or call for Article 5. No! Oh my fuck. Oh man. The Icelandic Prime Minister demanded that the US send jets to bomb the British frigates. All the windows of the British embassy in Reykjavik were broken. This is the greatest thing I've ever read. Holy shit, they just shot one of the fishing vessels. Emergency repairs, okay. Icelandic lighthouse tender collided with 4 British vessels. And 6 days later, the Aegir, the legendary ship from before, collided with HMS Scylla, or Scylla. From, that's a whole word. Reconnoitering. Is that even English? What the fuck? For icebergs off the West Fjords. Cool. The Scylla had been shadowing and harassing the Icelandic patrol boat. Okay. Okay, I want to see what's going, like, how did this end? After a series of talks with the NATO, British warships were recalled on 3rd of October. Trawlermen played Rule Britannia over their radios, as they had done when the Royal Navy entered the water. Oh my god. And then they just enforced the agreement, the British fishing activity in certain areas inside the 50 nautical mile limit. Okay, cool. The agreement expired in 1975 and the Third Cod War began. How do they keep getting away with it? They keep doing it. How do they keep doing it? At the Third United Nations Conference on the Law of the Sea in 1973, several countries supported a 100 nautical mile limit to territorial waters. It's a little bit more than the 50 we had previously seen. On the 15th of July 1975, the Icelandic government announced its intention to extend its fishery limits again. The Third Cod War began after Iceland again extended its fishing limits, now to 200 nautical miles. So we went from, what was that? So the first one extended it from 4 to 12 nautical miles. The second one extended it to 50, and they're like, no, it's not enough. Now we need 200. The British government did not recognize the large increase to the exclusion zone, and so an issue occurred with British fishermen and their activity in the disputed zone. Mind you, this is about 2 or 3 years after the Second Cod War. Oh god, this one's actually like longer than before. Oh man. Alright, don't want to read all of that. Around 2 nautical miles from the coast, Star Aquarius allegedly veered to starport and hit Thor's port side as the Coast Guards attempted to overtake her. Okay. A blank round was fired from Thor that did not deter Star Aquarius. And it rammed it a second time. Yeah. It varies. Cool. Self-defense. Yada. Okay. Immediate Royal Navy response was to dispatch a large frigate force on way to Icelandic waters again before the Prime Minister or the Foreign Secretary were informed. Royal Navy saw the opportunity to demonstrate the capabilities of its older Type 12 and Type 81 frigates for sustained deployment in the area of the Denmark Strait, where they were expected to blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. The Royal Navy saw its strategic aim at the time to be as much fighting Healy as the Soviet Navy. Okay. Alright, the second and third Cod Wars were seen as necessary conflicts by the Royal Navy, like the Falklands War 6 years later. Okay. Another incident. Collided again with Thor, which is still somehow around at this point. The hull of the Andromeda was dented. Deliberate attack without regard for life. The British Minister of Agriculture announced that a fisherman from Grimsby had become the first British casualty of the Third Cod War when a hawser hit and seriously injured him after Icelandic vessels cut a trawl. Oh, this is after. Okay, I don't care that much. Britain deployed a total of 22 frigates and ordered the reactivation of the reserve. Oh my god, what is this? This clown show. Iceland deployed 4 patrol vessels and 2 armed trawlers. The Icelandic government tried to acquire U.S. Asheville-class gunboats when it was denied by Henry Kissinger. It tried to acquire Soviet Merca-class frigates instead. Bro. More serious turn of events came when Iceland threatened closure of the NATO base at Keflavik, which would have severely impaired NATO's ability to deny access to the Atlantic Ocean to the Soviet Union. As a result, the British government agreed to have its fishermen stay outside Iceland's 200 nautical mile exclusion zone without a specific agreement. Why is he reading the Cod Wars? Because it's the funniest shit I've read in a while. Iceland actually took the most serious action in all of the Cod Wars in the Third Cod War by ending diplomatic relations with the United Kingdom on the 19th of February 1976. Unbelievable. Okay, now I want to see, like, what's the extent of the Icelandic... Wait, yeah, we get to see the sea area now. So there were the internal waters, and then there's the territorial sea, which is the 12, right? This is like what it used to be for the first one. They went to here for the first Cod War. And then the second one would have been, I don't know, this does not exactly seem like a to scale map, but like maybe around like this halfway point, and then it went whoop all the way up there. Make a genuine Cod War video on YouTube. I promise you will get clicks. Yeah, that map is terrible. Here it is. The expansion of the Icelandic fishing sea line. The fishing ghost. This is amazing. Look at that. So the first one, I imagine this first one was the 4 nautical miles, and then the next one was the 12 nautical miles. It looks like that, maybe. And then we have the third one, and then the fourth one. Incredible. Wow. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Well, somewhat. You know, there was that agreement that was like, I think it's like 100 nautical miles. Yeah, several countries support a 100 nautical mile limit to territorial waters. Rock All is about this topic too. Do you know about it? No, I have no idea.